What would happen if an undercover boss walked into his own store and froze in his tracks after hearing something shocking from the cashier? Let's take a closer look at how a single day can transform everything. Mark Evans wasn't just your average CEO. At 45, he was the proud founder of Evans Mart, a rapidly expanding chain of convenience stores that had flourished over the past decade. His journey began with just one small store, a modest shop that he ran himself in a quiet suburban neighborhood. But through his relentless hard work and sharp vision, Evans Mart grew into a successful franchise with numerous locations. As the company expanded, however, Mark started feeling more disconnected from the daily operations. The endless reports and financial figures weren't enough to truly grasp what was happening at the ground level. He began wondering if his employees felt appreciated or if his vision for top-notch customer service was being fully implemented. That's when Mark decided to take bold action. He disguised himself as a regular worker and planned an unannounced visit to one of his stores. He chose the third store he ever opened, located in a busy urban area. It was one of the most successful locations, and he wanted to see firsthand what was going on behind the scenes. Mark dressed in old jeans, a hoodie, and a baseball cap, making sure to keep his identity hidden. His hair was slightly messy, and he had a scruffy beard to blend in with the crowd. His goal was to be as incognito as possible. When Mark walked into the store that morning, it was already buzzing with activity. Customers were strolling down aisles, employees were stocking shelves, and a gentle hum of chatter filled the air. Mark surveyed the store and took in the scene. He introduced himself to the store manager, Joe, as Mike, a temporary worker sent from headquarters to help out with stocking and organizing. Joe, a friendly middle-aged man, welcomed him and quickly set him to work, stacking products near the front. Mark's plan was simple: observe, interact, and listen. As he worked, Mark noticed Ryan, the young cashier in his early 20s, who was an absolute ray of sunshine. Ryan greeted every customer with a warm smile and seemed to know many of them by name. He took the time to ask about their families and how their day was going. Mark was impressed by Ryan's genuine enthusiasm and his ability to connect with people on a personal level. But then, as Mark was organizing some boxes near the counter, he overheard something that would change everything. An elderly man in a worn-out jacket was buying a loaf of bread and a carton of milk. Ryan looked at him with compassion and said, "Mr. Thompson, don't worry about the total today. It's on me." The elderly man hesitated, and Ryan reassured him quietly, "It's fine. I've got it." The old man thanked him before leaving the store. Mark stood there in shock. Why would a cashier pay for a customer out of his own pocket? Mark's curiosity was piqued, so he continued to watch Ryan closely. Throughout the day, Mark saw Ryan helping several more customers in need. He'd cover small bills, offer discounts, or even sneak extra items into customers' bags without charging them at checkout. Mark couldn't contain his curiosity any longer. He decided to approach Ryan in the break room and introduced himself again as Mike. "Hey, Ryan," Mark said, "I've noticed you helping a lot of people today. Why do you do it?" Ryan looked surprised but answered sincerely, "Mike, some of the people who come in here are really struggling. Mr. Thompson, the guy you saw earlier, lost his wife recently and is barely getting by. And then there's this single dad who brings his kids in sometimes, and they can't always afford everything. I just try to help where I can. It's not much, but it makes a difference." Mark's heart swelled. Here was a young man earning a modest paycheck, yet going out of his way to support others. Mark wanted to ask more, but decided to leave it at that for now. The following day, Mark returned early and continued his undercover work. This time, he started chatting with some of the other employees. One of them, an older stockroom worker named Bill, shared something that left Mark speechless. "You know, Ryan's had a tough life," Bill said. "His dad passed away when he was a teenager, and he's been working odd jobs ever since to support his younger brother. He hardly ever takes a day off, even when he's sick. He's a good kid, but I worry about him. He's always giving to others, but I don't think anyone's looking out for him." Mark was stunned. Ryan, the cheerful, energetic young man, was carrying an immense burden on his shoulders. By the third day, Mark knew it was time to reveal his true identity. After the store closed for the day, he gathered the entire team for a meeting. Standing in front of them, he removed his cap and hoodie. "Hi everyone," Mark began. "I'm Mark Evans, the CEO of Evans Mart." The room fell silent. Ryan's face registered complete shock. "I've been working here undercover for the past few days," Mark continued. "I wanted to see firsthand what's really happening in my stores, and I have to say, It's been an eye-opening experience. He turned to Ryan. Ryan, your kindness and generosity have truly inspired me. You go above and beyond for our customers, even when you don't have to. I've seen how much you care, and I want you to know that it hasn't gone unnoticed. Then, Mark made a life-changing announcement. Ryan was going to be promoted to a management position, along with a significant raise. Furthermore, Mark offered to cover the cost of Ryan's brother's education and set up a fund to assist employees in need across all Evans Mart locations. Ryan was overwhelmed, his eyes filled with gratitude. He thanked Mark but humbly insisted, "I didn't do it to get anything in return." Mark smiled warmly. "Exactly. That's why you deserve this." From that moment on, the store became a shining example for other Evans Mart locations. Employees felt more motivated, customers felt valued, and Mark made it a priority to visit his stores more often. One undercover visit had completely changed not only Mark's perspective, but also the lives of everyone he encountered. That's the story, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was truly a pleasure sharing this with all of you. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always fun to see how far these stories reach. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more incredible stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. If you'd like to show some extra love, tap the 3 dots near the share button and send a super thanks.